everyone, and welcome to our Term 3 Middle School Academic Awards Assembly. My name is Peter Eddy, and I'm the Assistant Principal for Teaching, Learning and Innovation here at the college, and I'll be your MC this morning. Today, we gather as a community to celebrate students' academic and personal excellence in Semester 1 of 2025. From our Year 7, 8 and 9 students, today we will recognise 280 boys for their achievements. Welcome to our parents and families who are joining us here in CPAC this morning. It's lovely to have you here. I also extend that welcome to those families who are joining us on the live stream. I hope that you enjoy the ceremony. This morning we also welcome special guest from the Royal Australian Navy, Commanding Officer David Martinison. David is an old boy of the college and has generously taken time out of his schedule to be with us here today. We look forward to hearing from you shortly, David. We also welcome Father Noel Milner. It's always great to have you with us. To commence our formal proceedings, I invite Jackson Wyman forward to give the acknowledgement of land.
I would like to acknowledge the Darumbal people, the traditional owners of this land. I would also like to pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging of the Darumbal people and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples present. I would now like to invite Director of Academic Performances, Miss Jorgensen, to come to the stage and to do the prayer and reflection.
Good morning. You can do hard things. Often when we look at something in front of us, we say, it's hard. It's too tough. To quote some boys I know, slack for that. I can't do it. Many teachers and parents among us will have heard those phrases a few times. Here's the thing though. Yes, things are hard. Yeah, a lot of them are tough. Just because it's hard doesn't mean we can't. It just means we have to work a bit more. Hands up if you play a sport, any sport in this room. If you play football, just because a particular play is tough, it doesn't mean you don't do that play. If that play means that you're going to score against the other team, you'll keep working on it. You'll practice more. I guarantee there are firsts players who have done the same play again and again and again until they could do it in their sleep. Because when it's hard, we put in more training. We run. We show up more. See how many hands we get this time. Hands up if you're a gamer. Some of you are lying. Your hands should be up. Okay. If you are a gamer, and many young people are, you do not count out the first time you die. You go again and again. You look up different threads of advice. You look up different codes, and you keep going until you level up. So what happens when it's class, when it's your academics, and it's too hard or it's too tough? Good. It should be. We know that for our brains to grow, they have to stretch and create new neural connections. What that means is we have to get wires going in different ways. That means if we're really learning, it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough. So how do we tackle that when it's not a football play? When it's not getting some extra points in Minecraft? How do we do hard things? On a sports field, we would add in more training sessions. In a gym, we would do more reps. In class, we need to ask more questions. We need to practice more practice exercises. We need to do our homework, attend more tutorials. Hard doesn't mean we can't. It just means we have to work at it. Like those firsts who run that play again and again until it's second nature. In the Bible, we're told the story of the book of Job. Now, Job seemed to have it easy. He was wealthy. He had money, he had family. And Satan tested him because he thought that Job would only keep the faith if it was easy. His wife actually said to him, "You need to renounce God," because suddenly all his money was gone. He was told that his children had passed. His body was covered in sores. But Job knew that we can do hard things, that faith isn't easy, but it is worth it. So he held the line. And what Job teaches us is that it's when it's hard that it matters and that we can grow, we can get better. So today we have many students receiving academic awards. For some of them, this was hard. They had to work. They had to complete new tasks. They had to learn new formulas, new words, and new concepts. But in the end, it's meant they're standing here today. They are proof that you can do hard things, just like Job, though maybe not quite to his level. To all our award winners today who did the hard work, congratulations. I'd ask you that you join me in making the sign of the cross for a prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy. Dear Lord, when the going gets tough, when we think it's too hard, please remind us that, like Job, we can do hard things. We ask this in your name. Saint Brendan, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, lift Jesus in our hearts. Please make the sign of the cross. I'd like to invite Mr. Reddy back to the stage.
Thank you, Mrs. Jorgensen. To commence the distribution of the awards, I'd like to call forward Year 12 student Jessie McWhinney. Jessie is an ATAR student who studies mathematical methods, study of religion, geography, biology and English. On his internal assessment so far this year, Jessie has accrued 263 out of a possible 285 marks, giving him an overall percentage of 92%. In English, Jessie currently has a perfect score of 75 out of 75. Next year, Jessie hopes to combine his flair for English with his love of sport and is considering applying to the University of Queensland to study a dual degree in journalism and exercise science. Please welcome Gospel Spirituality Prefect Jessie McWhinney.
I would like Ms. Tracy Deasy, Head of Year 7, and College Deputy Principal, Mr. Jonathan Gill, to come to the stage to present the academic awards to the Year 7 students. The Academic Achievement Awards, which require at least one A and nothing less than a C, are the first on our list. They have been awarded to the following boys: Rocky Bush Blanassi, Miles Cox, Campbell Duncan, Cooper Emery, Jax Green, Emmett Gregory, Beric Groves, Jet Hawkes, Rafe Hetherington, Lane Holden, Benjamin Jones, Taj Moroney, Charlie McEwen, Trey McClellan, Matteo Mitchell, Flynn Pallaret, Thomas Powell, Zachary Ranger, Felix Rayner, Hayden Rice, Nate Rice, Henry Roberts, Bo Robertson, Cooper Robotham, Felix Shamal, Henry Shanks, Braden Smith, Gabe Walsh, Keely Wardrop, Max Way, and Romy Wyatt. Please put your hands together for the Year 7 Academic Achievement Awards. The Academic A Awards, which require 2 or 3 A's and nothing less than a C, go to the following boys: Lachlan Absalon, Levi Bone, Dallas Brown, Hudson Buckton, Lucien Cassis, Chase Crosland, Mitchell Daly, Riley Davies, Archie Dietz, Ignatius Draper, Sebastian Drew, Mark Edmonston, Liam Edwards, Theodore Fisher, Lachlan Fry, Brendan Gilbride, Nigel Hardman, Flint Hawke, Rex Hughes, Lewis Ivers, Archer Jarvis, Jonah Jarvis, Fraser Jones, Miller Keegan, Jack Keane, Taito Curley, Hamish King, Byron Kirk, Cash Komisky, Archer McPherson, Caleb Melville, Federico Muir, Harley Nagel, Kobe Newbecker, Rawley Opperman, Ollie Pallaret, Eli Parfitt, Liam, Alec Richens, Noel Roberts, Dylan Stoyle, Archie Thomas, Cooper Thorogood, Hayden Thwaite, Max Tibbles, Max Upham, Will White, and Jai Wilson. Please congratulate the Year 7 Academic A winners. The final awards for the Year 7 boys are the Academic A+ badges. To receive an Academic A+, students need to receive 4 A's and nothing less than a C, or 3 A's and nothing less than a B. Receiving Academic A+ are Lincoln Borman, Ethan Bell, Hayden Brooks, Jackson Davis, Harry Dendell, Miles Dole, Cooper Griffin, Harley Hadfield, Harrison Harlow, Montgomery Harrison, Thomas Harth, Jacob Hines, Java Hoff, Harry Hauer, Toby Jensen, Dawson Johnston, Sonic Kelly, Brendan Cruz, Sonny Lathrop, Isaac Laurie, William Matos, Angus McCulloch, Flynn McFarlane, Maximilian McQuinney, Maverick Nasser, Thomas Noy, Brooklyn Osborne, Kobe Owens, Archie Rooney, Reed Rothery, Bailey Ryder, Dane Sloan, Mason Stark, Xavier Stuthulis, Taj Swift, Colin Werner, Jack Swall, Cooper Woods, and Jonah Wren. Please acknowledge the efforts of the ESN Academic A+ winners.
Congratulations to all our Year 7 award winners. We now have a musical item. Today, Year 12 student Ashton Ryan is bringing us a catchy solo performance of Eeny Meeny by Justin Bieber. What makes this performance extra special will be Ashton's use of a live loop pedal. He'll basically be building the music layer by layer right here on stage, creating beats, harmonies and rhythm in real time. Please welcome Ashton Ryan. Well done, Ashton. That's a really impressive display, and obviously the accumulation of many years of working at his craft. We might give him another round of applause, please. It is now my pleasure to introduce our special guest, David Martinison. David is an old boy of the college. After meeting David this morning, I think in the first 2 minutes, he told me he was from Blackall, he was in Dewig House, and his laundry number was 339. Important things to share as an old boy. Since leaving St Brennan's more than 3 decades ago, David has gone on to graduate from the Australian Defence Force Academy. He holds 4 degrees and 2 master's degrees, one in aviation and another in business. David has had a distinguished career in the Navy, and in 2020 he became the commanding officer of the Royal Australian Navy vessel Ararat, and he has since taken on the same role with the vessel Cape Inspection. Being the commanding officer of 2 vessels in the Navy is a very rare feat. A few weeks ago, David reached out to the college offering his support with student leadership, and I unashamedly asked him to come along today and address this assembly. He generously agreed, and he has travelled from Cairns to be with us today. Please join me in welcoming Commanding Officer David Martinison.
Got to say, it's going to be a hard act to follow that loop pedal. Thank you, staff, family and friends, and moreover, young men of St Brendan's College. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be with you this morning. I had 3 of the best years of my life here. My time here helped lay the foundations for life after school. Gentlemen, this institution is special in terms of its culture, its sense of inclusiveness, but more than anything else, of the calibre of young men it produces. Let me offer you a couple of insights which exemplify what I am talking about. As a visitor returning to the college today, I can see the evidence that 2 things have not changed at all since I left here over 30 years ago. First is the warmth and the sincerity of the greeting you offer to all comers. When I arrived here this morning, I was met by young men doing a splendid job marshalling cars. As the expression goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Well done, lads. I can tell you as an old boy returning to the college that the art of making visitors feel welcome here is alive and well. Secondly, as I look out the sea of smiling young faces before me, I'm reminded that the bonds of friendship you make or will make here are real. And they will endure long after your days as a student here are over. Friendship and the capacity to share your ups and downs together is a wonderful thing. In my place of work, I might be the commanding officer of an Australian warship, but really, I'm just a member of a team. I'm part of something bigger than myself. When I look around here today, I get a sense that you've already bought into that ideal, that you'll always be better off by understanding the person sitting beside you and meeting one another's challenges head on together as a community rather than as an individual. In years to come, as you make your mark in this world, mateship and your capacity to put others before self will serve you well. Slide, please. All right. Anyway, I am a career naval officer. I commissioned with the Royal Australian Navy after leaving the college, and the foundational values, I should say, that I took forward into my working life were forged here. My journey began here, and so it will be for all of you. I'll refrain from talking about myself here and now, but snapshots of who I am and what I stand for, I'll have in a workshop later this morning. And My reflections on leadership and my working career will be on offer to anyone after lunch, but I will emphasise, so that I don't go and create the greatest mutiny and truancy exercise in the history of the college. You've cleared of your chain of command first, you're more than welcome to come. I'll move on to the reason we're gathered here this morning, to acknowledge excellence. This morning, you've seen a number of deserving young men who've been recognised for academic excellence. To those young men, I offer my congratulations. The college motto remains, "Ne dubita dabita," do not doubt, it will be given. That sounds impressive, but it's arguably a partial truth. Very little in life is simply given away, here or in the broader world. Everything is earned, nothing is free. So how you come about that, more often than not, is through hard work. So to those who are recognised for academic excellence this morning, well done. It hasn't come easily. Honour your gift and keep moving forward. Neil Armstrong, as the first man to walk on the moon, once said, and I quote, "Work hard, dream big, and one day you'll surprise yourself." Given his accomplishments, that's not a bad philosophy to live by. There are others amongst you this morning who have received or will receive Learner Attribute Awards. To those who are acknowledged in that fashion, I can empathise with your journey, believe me. During my time here as a student, I was rarely first past the post in anything at all. But I gave everything a red-hot crack. I was a workhorse, so that award might have described me to a T. The recognition that you'll receive this morning acknowledges that behind the scenes, you're working to capacity, you are giving it your all, and you are striving to be the best version of yourself that you can be. That's a wonderful ideal to have as your aim point, gentlemen. Well done. Which brings me to every young man here today not otherwise acknowledged by an award. Gentlemen, the standards that matter are the standards that you set for yourself. Everyone, and I mean every one of you, has a gift. Everyone has a calling. It doesn't seem like over 30 years have elapsed since I passed through these gates. But gentlemen, as you get older, you'll find a tipping point in your life years from now where time seems to accelerate. The days and weeks will go slowly, but I can assure you the years will pass quickly. The point that I make here is your time here is short. I'd encourage you all, as the generation next of St Brendan's College, to make the very best of your time here. Now, if you'll indulge me for a couple of moments, I'd like to offer you some perspective on what lies ahead of you. Some observers will tell you that there are 3 phases in life: learn, earn, and return. First, you learn. Don't be surprised, that's what you're doing now. You're very much in the first and arguably the most enjoyable phase of your lives, acquiring knowledge, gaining skills, and developing the social attributes that will prepare you well for life. Then you earn. That's the good stuff. In time, you'll pass through the college gates, turn right, track down Adelaide Park Road for the last time as the on-ramp to your working lives, where you'll hopefully create wealth. However, the direction you take, and in some cases the success you will enjoy, will be shaped by the investment you make towards your learning and social development right here, right now. Then the good thing, then you return. As a working adult with experience and perspective and what some might call wisdom, you'll be able to give something back. In my view, that is where each and every one of you can make your mark. I subscribe to the view that you can measure your worth through the number of people that you've influenced in your lives who use you as a measure to judge themselves. That's the surest way you'll be remembered, through the spirit of the generosity in which you contribute to your community, to your family unit, and wherever you're able to do so. In closing, I put to you that what you learn in the classroom is part of, but not the sum of what you will learn here. St Brendan's helped me chart the course of my own journey, where the moral compass that I forged here was not up for later discussion. So that will be for each and every one of you. If I could cheekily offer you some solicited advice, Anyway, for those of you who come along after lunch, I'll provide some context and a story or two about my working life. However, for now, thank you once again for allowing me to be with you today. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you, David, for that, and apologies about the slides, that's my bad. Look, your message about hard work, friendship, teamwork, inclusivity, standards, morality, it all certainly resonates with what we know is important here at the school, and thank you for sharing that. From boarding here at St Brennan's to commanding a Navy vessel, your journey and your story is certainly one that will inspire. On behalf of the college, thank you for your return. Boys, can we give David another round of applause, please? To announce the Year 8 awards, I call forward Stephen Wickerson. Stephen has taken a blended pathway in his senior schooling, combining ATAR-level mathematics with essential English, religion, ethics, music theory and practice, and Certificate 2 courses in automotive and tourism. Over his senior years, Stephen has devoted himself to service leadership. He has been a regular volunteer at Eddie's Van on Thursday afternoons, where he has collected, packed and distributed food for those in need. Stephen has rarely missed a week in the last 2 years. Next year, Stephen hopes to move to Sydney to complete a Certificate 4 in patisserie to become a pastry chef, and at the same time, he wants to continue his work in community service. Please welcome Justice and Solidarity Prefect, Stephen Wickerson.
I would like to call forward Mr. Shane Pears, Assistant Principal Middle School, and Mr. Bjorn Prince, Head of Year, to come to the stage to present the academic awards to the Year 8 students. Starting with the Academic Achievement Awards, we have the following boys. Lawson Bendel, Carl Beyer, William Breach, Cooper Clare, Daylan Cross, Jacob Daniel, Hudson Dunn, Jaden Flynn, Rocco Hansen, Cooper Herbener, Reef Hinchcliffe, Jake Jansen, William Kurtz, Calix Medlin, Jacob Melville, Roscoe Moss, Lachlan O'Keefe, Harlan Opperman, Lane Perry, Logan Porter, Ned Power, Jeffrey Press, Dean Smith, Mitchell Spencer, Connor Strenzel, Charlie Suttle, Caden Tarn, Nate Trainer, Adam Van Zanden Gillen, and Preston Wolfe. Kindly acknowledge the Year 8 academic achievement winners. Meeting the criteria for an academic A are Joshua Balane, Fletcher Beavers, Carter Benson, Mace Blackburn, Jacob Brown, Nash Christensen, Bailey Clements, Jasper Cowling, Parker Curtis, Ethan Dixon, Zayden Elliott, Hunter Emery, Toby Francescan, Maverick Gilbert, Nicholas Goltz, Eli Haley, Riley Hall, Blake Heathwood, Jared Herbert, Walter Hinchcliffe, Jimmy Huang, Finley Hooton, Moses Hunt, Xavier Jackson, Joseph Kingston, Oliver Lang, Nate Laverty, Mason List, Maxim Love, Jackson Mitchell, Nate Mower, Marcelo Muir, Kai Nielsen, Jake Palmer, Jesse Ram, Jasper Ramos, Andy Robig, Charlie Sedman, Tice Van Ruin, Aston White, and Max Willie. Let's show our appreciation to the Year 8 Academic A winners. The academic A+ badges and certificates will now be distributed, starting with Samuel Archnell, Tom Benstead, Darcy Bergman, Silas Cranny, Charlie Faulkner, Clancy Hughes, Clark Luby, Henry Mapp, Rocco Nasser, Eden Pianta, Eli Savage, Lawson Sedgman, Bronx Smith, Lachlan Sparks, Braxton Terry, William Turner, and Xavier Wren. Please congratulate the Year 8 Academic A+ winners.
Congratulations to our Year 8 award winners. Our Year 12 band, called Lost Cargo, will now perform a classic rock throwback, Teenage Dirtbag. The band includes William Lees on vocals, Ashton Ryan on drums, Jesse Emery on lead guitar, Charlie Struggle on rhythm guitar, and Toby Simpkins on bass. I hope. When the curtains open, we'll give them a big round of applause to welcome them.
Her name is Noelle. I have a dream about her. She rings my bell. I got gym class in half an hour. Oh, how she rocks in heat and tube socks. But she doesn't know who I am, and she doesn't give a damn about. 'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Ooh. Her boyfriend's a nerd, and he brings a pen to school, and he'd simply kick me if he knew the truth. He lives on my block, and he drives and I rob, and he doesn't know who I am, and he doesn't give a damn about me. 'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Ooh. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing. I feel like mode. It's prom night and I am lonely, lo and behold, she's walking over to me. This must be fake. My heart starts to shake. How does she know who I am? And why does she give a damn about me? Got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday, don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby, like you. Ooh. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing. Oh yeah, dirtbag. No, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Well done, fellas. That's another fantastic performance. We might give them another round of applause too. To announce the Year 9 awards, I call forward Chart Vanderwalt. TJ studies the ATAR subjects of mathematics, methods, specialist mathematics, chemistry, English and study of religion. On his internal assessment so far this year, TJ has accumulated 288 marks out of a possible 300, which equates to a percentage of 96%. Matching TJ's academic performance this year has been his exceptional Word of the Week initiative. Each week, TJ has shared and explained the meaning of words through whole school assemblies and student notices. He has selected and explained words with real meaning, purpose and virtue. TJ has delivered this initiative with authenticity and sincerity, and it's made a huge impact on the whole college. Please welcome Liberating Education Prefect TJ Vanderwart.
Assisting with the presentation of the Year 9 awards will be the college principal, Mr. Paul Horan, and the head of year, Mr. Paulo Picotto. Starting with the Academic Achievement Awards, we have the following boys: Nicholas Barr, James Barry, Maddox Benson, Liam Booth, Parker Cecil, Alec Chambers, Bailey Collins, Henry Cox, Bal Fisher, Aidan Goodger, Xavier Gordon, Quaid Groves, Axel Hydes, Nate Hughes, Nate Hutchison, Kobe Eicher, Jake Kays, Elliot King, Cale Klein, Hugh Grievance, Cross Lay, Travis McClelland, Joe McKieran, Jack Orford, Ben Roberts, Ryan Shannon, Jaden Smithers, Samuel Vaughn, and Pacey White. Kindly acknowledge the Year 9 Academic Achievement winners. Meeting the criteria for an academic A are Jackson Bell, Lennox Bone, James Clifton, Charlie Cooper, Mackenzie Finnell, Cooper Gustafson, Finn Harper, Leo Kirby, Jack Lane, Brody Logovic, Samuel McCree, Jared Mahoney, Lachlan Malcolm, Shannon Dye McWin, Colt Newton, Cooper Ranger, Levi Ray, Owen Rowlands, Levi Sagas, Kayron Smith, Joseph Stubbings, Thomas Sweeney, Sebastian van Wyk, Quinn Warren, Charlie Wees, and Connor Wilson. Let's show our appreciation to the Year 9 Academic A winners. The Academic A badges and certificates will now be distributed. Hunter Ashman, Jade Bauman, Deli Cooper, Jack Collin, Fraser Dietz, Campbell Duggan, Jackson Forbes, Noah Thrivey, Sebastian Hatt, Augustin Hickerson, Mason Hines, Brock Eicher, Cooper Leash, Matthew Locke, Austin McDonald, Gus Peters, Axel Ramage, Jack Robertson, Riley Skelton, Tyler Slater, Vincent Thomas, Ethan Verzintis, and Kip White. Please congratulate the Year 9 Academic A+ winners.
Congratulations to our Year 9 award winners. Our final awards today are our Learner Attribute Awards. These awards recognise students for consistently displaying the attitudes and behaviours that promote academic growth and support our positive school culture. To attain a Learner Attribute Award, students need to be judged as consistently displaying the 4 attributes by all of their teachers at a term reporting period. This system of awards is tiered. Students attain a bronze award for 1 term of perfect ratings from all their teachers, a silver for 2 terms of perfect ratings, and a gold award for 3 terms. So at this stage in the year, a silver award is the very highest possible achievement. To present the Learner Attribute Awards, can I ask College Principal Mr. Paul Horan to come back to the stage and Commanding Officer David Martinison to distribute the certificates and awards. Receiving the Bronze Award are the following students. From Year 7, Lincoln Bowman, Harry Hauer, William Matos, Jacob Nix, Taj Swift, Beric Groves, Trey McClellan, Archer McPherson, Dane Sloan, Sam Tibbles, and Jax Wall. From Year 8, Joshua Ballanay, Riley Hall, Reef Hinchliffe, Oliver Lang, Eden Piana, Lawson Sedgman, Braxton Terry, Tom Benstead, Clark Luby, and Ryder Mooson. From Year 9, Fraser Dietz, Cooper Ranger, Thomas Sweeney, and Ethan Vazintas. Please congratulate our Bronze Award winners. Receiving the Silver Learner Attribute Awards are students who have achieved the highest possible ratings from each of their teachers in both terms 1 and 2 in semester 1. From Year 7, Levi Bone, Sonic Kelly, Sonny Lathrope, Isaac Laurie, and Thomas Noy. From Year 8, Silas Crenny, Walter Hinchliffe, Rocco Nassar, and from Year 9, Brock Iker, Riley Skelton, and Vincent Thompson. Please congratulate our Silver Learner Attribute Award winners. Well done, boys. So that now concludes the presentation of our awards and the formal part of the ceremony. I sincerely congratulate all boys receiving awards today. It is a tribute and an affirmation for all your effort and diligence. Can we give all the award winners a round of applause, please? We just now need to thank a lot of people because these sort of events don't come together without a lot of work from a lot of groups. Firstly, the Administration, Marketing, Events Departments, thank you for all of your work. The Tech Group, Sound, Lighting, Stage, Music and the Arts Departments, everything that you produce is phenomenal. And finally, and most importantly, our parents and families, thank you very much for joining with us here today. Boys, can we give everyone a round of applause, please? And with that, the final thing to do is the house points. Okay, so far this year, boys, it's been a bit of a dewey washout. David, you'd be happy with that. So Dewey so far this year has won the swimming carnival. He's fist pumping up the front here. Athletics carnival and the cross country carnival. Okay, so Dewey is doing extremely well. We have showcase coming up at the end of term, which will be obviously important, and then the inner-house lunchtime competitions are going to contribute as well. But the best thing is, boys, that academic award points are double value. If we just flick over to the next slide, please, sir. There's our scoring system. Okay, so that's how it works. We basically accumulate all your points and determine who has the most in the end. If we go to the next slide, we'll have a look. Coming in fourth position, Gettins. Third, Tynan. Got some good news today, boys. Second. It's been a long time since Dewey has lost anything. Sorry, David. He wants a recount. First place, Hayes. Give Hayes a round of applause. Okay, so look, that finishes us off here. I might just kindly ask parents, if you don't mind exiting first, just so that I can allow you guys to get out. Boys, we might just stay seated for a bit, please.